Hey guys, I'm behind door number 1 and welcome back to my channel. We're making a video about the challenges of breastfeeding and the development of the little booga butts. So my big thing with breastfeeding, at first it was, I wouldn't say easy. When they were in the NICU, they learned how to eat out of a bottle first. They would let me breastfeed if I was there for all their feedings, but I couldn't be there for every single feeding because they were an hour away from me. And even then, I couldn't be in there for all their feedings, like they wouldn't let me. So, and I can't sleep next to them. I couldn't really be next to them except for like in a chair. I couldn't eat in there. I couldn't, drink. I could drink water in there. That was all I could do. So while they were in the NICU, we had challenges of me not being able to be there for every single feeding. So they learned how to drink from a bottle first. And then when they got home, I was breastfeeding almost exclusively. And that was going really well. The biggest challenge was trying to breastfeed them both at the same time. And then it got to the point when they were a little too big to do that, so we would breastfeed one at a time while the other was screaming, and that was challenging in itself. And then after that, it got a little bit more challenging in the sense that I went back to work. And so while I was at work or while I was asleep, they'd be getting bottles. And now they pretty much only want to do bottles. I was able to get them to breastfeed again for a little while there, after a month of them not wanting to breastfeed. But now they're just back to only wanting bottles. And I do think it has to do with them teething as well, because bottles are easier on their teeth. It's a harder surface for them to chomp on. But it's difficult. How I did get them to breastfeed again for that short period of time was that I would trick them. I would put them in the position to breastfeed, and then I would give them a bottle and I'd switch. And it worked for a while there. I think they picked up on it because it doesn't work anymore. The moment I put them in the position to breastfeed, they start like crying and screaming. They don't like it. So I still pump, and I'm still giving them breast milk, but they are also getting some formula. And that's really disappointing to me because I've always wanted to breastfeed. I've always wanted to exclusively breastfeed, and it just didn't work out that way. But as long as the girls are healthy, that's what matters. And going on from that, how they've developed so far is really impressive, actually. They're 6 months old now. They can almost sit up on their own. If I have them sitting up, I can just support them a little bit and they'll stay sitting up. They're starting to reach for stuff. They're starting to grab stuff. They chew on everything. They're starting to bring stuff to their mouths. We've been giving them a little bit of food ever since they turned 6 months, and they really like it. Luna especially, she's trying to eat my sleeve right now. Luna especially has been really down to eat. She's trying to grab the spoon herself and feed herself, which is really, really neat to see. Aria is down to eat. She just kind of like once she finishes a bite, she'll just go and get ready for the next bite. I know, baby, you can't reach my sleeve, huh? There you go. But they've both been doing really well. As far as tummy time, they pretty much exclusively kind of sit up in like a sit-up position. Not sit-up. What's the word I'm looking for? Push-up. They kind of go in like a push-up position where they're like holding the upper half of their body up. They've both successfully rolled from their tummy to their back. And they both have once rolled from their backs to their tummies, which scares the crap out of me because one moment they're safe and the next you're like, oh shit, they're on their tummy. Oh crap. And before you know it, they'll be crawling, and I have, like, full disclosure, full honesty, I have not baby-proofed shit yet, because they're not mobile yet. They don't go anywhere. I have a safe area for them at the moment, But the moment that they start moving around on their own, I have to baby-proof the rest of the house. I have to put all these fucking wires up and put those little, like, things on the doorknobs, and I have to, like, do that thing where you, like, put that thing on the toilet where you have to, like, press a button, like, turn it. I have to do all that still, and I haven't done it yet. I haven't put the stupid little outlet things in the outlets yet. Like, oh my god, there's so much to do. But I still have a little bit of time because they're not crawling yet. They're not moving yet. They're just kind of lay there and hang out. And I think right now that's what I need. I am really excited for when they start crawling. It's just I'm not prepared at all. And I really wish I was. I am kind of overwhelmed by the whole idea of baby-proofing and getting everything ready. But I know we'll get it done. And we'll make this a super safe area for them. Because at the moment, what I have is like a comfy little area for them to hang out in. And we have their bouncers. And we have, you know, toys near them and stuff that are age appropriate. But they're not in reach of anything dangerous. Oh, good burp! But the moment that they start moving around, I'm screwed. So we're working on that. It's just gonna take a little while. But we've been kind of hanging out. They're becoming more, they interact more. They're becoming more vocal. They definitely are seeking eye contact a lot more. They will sit there and make a silly face, and then they'll wait for you to respond, and then when you respond, they'll start laughing. Like little Luna, one of her favorite things to do is stick out her tongue like this. And then she'll just stare at you until you make eye contact and react. And then she'll start laughing. And they start interacting with each other too, which is really interesting to watch because they'll start reaching for each other and like they'll seek eye contact from each other too. And they'll try to make like funny expressions to each other too. They are doing little things. Oh baby, you're okay. They are doing little things too where they'll like do a high-pitched squeal of joy, and they make little weird sounds. One of their favorite things to do too is go they love to do that and wait for you to respond. Yeah. Yeah. Oh baby, you're okay. Like a few weeks ago I thought they were both asleep in their room, and I passed their room and I just hear and I was like, oh, I guess one of them's awake. But yeah, they're on track apparently. We're gonna find out just how much on track soon because there's a follow-up with the hospital that they were in. Since they were in the NICU, they like to follow up with babies and make sure they're developing correctly and they're on track and everything. But their primary doctor thinks that they're on track and they're getting to where they need to be. I don't know what else to say. It feels kind of weird to just be like, here's an update! You know what I mean? But that's the update on the babies. And a little bit of talking about my challenges breastfeeding. Maybe I'll go more into my challenges with breastfeeding sometime, like the emotional aspect of it, and just how like disappointing it is that I can't really breastfeed them anymore because they don't want to breastfeed. I don't know, maybe you guys have some tips for me about how I can get them to breastfeed again. It is a little bit challenging too because they also have teeth now. Aria has 2 teeth and Luna has 1, about to have 2. So they like to chomp down as hard as they can, and I've literally almost had new piercings because of it. So that was another challenge too that I was just kind of like pushing through, and I don't know how to get them to breastfeed again if they do decide to breastfeed, and if they do, how to make it so they don't chomp off me. Chunks of flesh. That'd be nice. I guess that's it, but thank you guys so much for watching and for joining along with these mommy vlog videos, and I have a feeling we're gonna get quite a few more little challenges like this, so we'll see what happens. But thank you guys again, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!